Welcome to a new episode of Nails from A to Z. This episode is powered by Glossary Live.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Life on the Free Edge, where I'm absolutely thrilled to pieces to be sitting with Morgan Hale and Taylor Daniel of the Morgan Taylor Professional Nail Lacquer brand. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi Alex, thanks for having us.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for joining me, because I bet there are people out there that have no idea that Morgan Taylor real people behind
in the flesh
brand. Yeah, so here we are. We've got Morgan and Taylor of Morgan Taylor Professional Lacquer.
Yes,
so,
here we are.
Yay, brilliant. Well, I think we should tell people that not only are you the two amazing women behind this global polish brand, but you're also you come from really great nail stock, I like to say, because notably you've got two incredibly industry famous fathers. Morgan, you've got Danny Hale as your father, and Taylor has David Daniel. Both are the brain and nail brawn behind a company called Nail Alliance, which is found in California, which is the company that has invented and produces Gelish, which was the incredible invention that came out in 2009, which quite frankly changed the trajectory of our industry for the better, as we all are aware. And I'm led to believe that between David and Danny, they both have accrued about 30, if not 30 plus years of industry experience. They've carved out a huge career of industry milestones, which one notably for me is going back to year 2000, they were part of the original team that came up with the brilliant idea called the Nail Olympics, which was first hosted in Vegas, which obviously now still a brilliant idea. Now it's called Nail Olympia. So that's talking about your famous dads. Now, moving on a little bit, I have a feeling that you two might also be related, but I'm not entirely sure. What?
Yes, we are blood related.
So
Even though I have brown hair, she has blonde hair.
We don't look much alike, but we are actually related.
Yeah.
My dad is Danny's uncle, but they were basically raised as brothers. They're around the same age, grew up together, are very close-knit families. So yeah, so even though they're uncle and nephew, raised just like brothers, best friends. So we kind of call each other cousins, even though we're not technically cousins.
That is super exciting, guys. That's super exciting. That means that you've known each other pretty much your whole lives, and you've both grown up around nails. So that kind of makes an awful lot of sense that you've got proper nail blood running through both of you. So I think probably we should just get down to it and find out, how did you both get from childhood into Morgan Taylor? How did it all happen?
Yeah, that's definitely a journey. So like you mentioned, we've been around the industry our entire lives. Like I remember in our previous family company, we were running around the warehouse and playing with product, and like Taylor even had a color named Taylor's Pearly Pink. I had Morgan's Red. So like we've all been around the industry playing with products and just being, whether it's in the warehouse or at the office, just as kids, like that's what we would do. That's where we were at, and just like playing. And then as we got older and have interests and things like that, we definitely took our different paths and different interests, and then it all just led us back to the core, back to our roots. So like for me, I went to university to study healthcare administration, so more on like the healthcare side and business side, but it wasn't so far off the path where I am now, because I was able to learn like a lot about the business side of an industry and take that with me. And also like in the everyday things of what goes on in a business. I learned a lot in that. I took some marketing classes, and like it's I think it's good to have to keep your mind open and to bring that back to your core. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, so I remember one instance. Morgan was talking about us kind of getting up to hijinks at the old company. There was this room where we housed all of the packing peanuts. So if you're old enough to remember shipping in the early 2000s, there were white foam packing peanuts, and we just had huge bags of them stored in this particular like closet sized room. And Morgan, myself, our brothers, and some of the other kids that of the people who worked there at the time broke into all of the bags of packing peanuts and just filled the room with packing peanuts. And eventually we were caught as we were like playing in the snow of packing peanuts, and it was quite a situation. But those were the days of our childhood, kind of playing around. And we have been around nails quite literally our whole life, so it definitely we have those great memories. But then growing up, I actually have been an avid reader my whole life, and wanted to be an English teacher. So I started going to school to be a teacher, and I just came to work at the company as a receptionist part-time, and was just helping out, filing papers and stuff. And then slowly got more and more interested, and just never left. That was 11 years ago. So.
Yeah. I think what a lot of people don't know too is like we really started from the ground up. Our dads just didn't say, all right, here's your nice office job.
Right.
It was like, no, you're gonna learn a lot of aspects from the company.
Right.
So like I remember being in the warehouse, literally feeling product, like hand feeling, like. But it brings a new perspective, gives you a new appreciation, and also shows you the process.
Now I think about it, Morgan, that's when I met you both for the very first time was actually the Beauty World show in Dubai. That's when I first ever came upon you and approached you. I do remember.
Created or had these polishes, these life polishes made. Yeah. So someone was in this costume and we didn't know about it. So when we approached the booth, it looks like, just like a booth of products and everything. And then we look over and I'm like, is that a dancing polish of Morgan Taylor? It was so funny. Brilliant. We have a picture of it. It's great.
So if you guys entered right from the ground up, doing all bits and pieces, how did the actual Morgan Taylor lacquer come about? When you've got a situation where Morgan Taylor, sister product to Gelish, global phenomenon, how you must have known that Morgan Taylor was going to take off around the world. So how do you go about actually creating this polish brand?
That's a good question. So the company first started with Gelish, with the whole foundation of making it easier for a gel application to the natural nail. And it really took off, but we felt like we were missing a little bit more. We really wanted to bring that traditional lacquer, but not just any traditional lacquer, like something that was truly pigmented, had a lot of thought about, especially for the professionals who are using it, right? Everything from the bottle to the cap to the product inside was really thought out. And even to the brush, we even went back and changed our brush to make it even more of a friendly use. But when it came to naming so we knew we wanted a lacquer line, but when it came to naming it, it was well, what's the future, girls? And do you guys want to be a part of this? And we wanted, our dads were saying that they wanted to, keep their legacy going. So, we're taking that baton on,
right,
and creating Morgan Taylor into what it is, and it really took off quite fast.
Yeah,
like if
absolutely.
you remember, yeah.
And the brand itself, you know, was almost created as a way to honor what the industry has meant to our family. You know, as we both said, we grew up around this industry, and when our dads were coming up with the name together, that's one of the things they said is that they wanted to bring a lacquer, wanted to give to the industry almost in a way that it's given to us. So really centering in family, the family aspect of our business, and how much at the core of our entire families, we love the nail industry. So it was really kind of tying the two together. And that's how Morgan Taylor came about. And really it was just then, once it was named, then it was long days of, you know, picking out the packaging and what's a good color range that's going to fit, like you said, globally. You know, different markets have different preferences for color. So making sure there were some nudes and reds and glitters, making sure there was a finish and a color family for everyone, and really a true professional lacquer that was just high quality and, you know, gave a great salon experience.
Wow, that's so interesting to find out all of this from you guys. So I know that, I mean, can you tell us what year, by the way, what year was it that this was launched onto the market?
2013 was when we started
started
working, yeah, and then 2014 was when it really kind of globally launched, yeah.
7 years ago. Wow, that's a long time. So I notice as well that you've managed to be on the scene, whether it's yourselves or the brand. You've done quite a lot of fashion weeks, New York fashion weeks. How did that come about?
Well, actually, our first fashion show was in Italy.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
DS Square.
D Square, yeah.
That was actually through
A distributor of ours there.
A distributor who helped make it happen. And then from there, we're like, okay, we need to do New York Fashion Week.
So you started at Milan Fashion Week. That's your first one. And then you got the bug, is what you're saying, yeah?
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes.
We went big and then
Splash out.
Had to go to New York. Yeah, New York. Oh gosh, we've been doing that since.
So long.
I think even before technically we were on market, right?
Yes, yeah. Our very first one was the February before we launched on the market, because we launched on the market in April. So in February we were in New York and I think 2 shows that very first season, and then after that it was like a massive undertaking in the following seasons. But you know, it's great. You know, we really wanted to there's a lot of benefits to being at Fashion Week, and we wanted to make sure that, like I said, we were creating a professional brand, but professional brands need to have the end consumer know who they are. You know, the retail consumer needs to know who the brand is in order to go into the salon and ask for it, or to ask their nail technician to stock that brand. So it was kind of about being on the pulse of fashion, knowing what colors and trends were coming about, but also trying to reach the end consumer and letting them know, here we are, we're this new brand on the scene, and we want to represent fashion forward quality colors.
Wow, that's amazing. It's so interesting to find out and to know that you actually managed to get into New York Fashion Week before you had it actually launched on the market. I just thought that's really quite hard. So really impressive. So how often do you guys actually present a collection?
So we present a collection a few times a year. So we do spring, summer, fall, and then holiday, winter, we've combined collection. So it's been really fun. So actually Taylor and I, we create the colors, we work on the collections themselves. So we sit in the lab and look at trends and what's going on in the world and figure out, you know, what is on trend, but also what is wearable, what is the end user gonna like?
Right.
What is the nail tech gonna like? What is the client gonna like? And so on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so sometimes it hits us right away. We get it. We have these colors. It's done. But other times, it's more of a lengthier process because we want to get it right. I always fight for certain colors, but I'm like, I know it's not wearable, but it just looks so pretty.
Absolutely. Yeah. Morgan and I we took a color class in France. We went to Paris together, and we still work with this same color house, a trend house based in Paris. And we learned all about, building colors, the undertones of colors, pairing and putting together collections of colors that are complementary with just enough, contrasting nature in them as well. So it was really important for us to build that foundational knowledge, and then coming back here and working with the trend books and interpreting how the upcoming year's color trends will translate to nails specifically.
Yeah, I think I
incredibly
remember.
Interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember I was like, hey, what do we expect in this class? And you're kind of feel like a foreign exchange student. You're like, I'm in a country, I don't really speak their language. What's going on? But I remember they gave us, they put paint on a plate, and they're like, all right, mix colors. And you're like, just the standard. And it's like, no, go further, go beyond that. And then we had to create harmonies, as they call it. And we had to put a collection together like we would here. And they were like, well, why would you do this? Why would you do that? So they really help us develop what it means to have a collection. Not just these colors are pretty, but more in-depth thought process into why these colors work together and what they do and what they mean. Because we are a global brand, and different colors mean different things around the world, or can be interpreted or have a different feeling, And also colors on different skin tones looks different too. So something like cool tones look really good on you, and warmer tones look different on me. So having that thought process was really, really cool. And I'm so glad we had that experience. I would love to go back. But
wow, so that's actually like the science and the study of color, and you went and did it in one of the fashion capitals of the world. I mean, it doesn't get much sexier than Paris, guys.
Oh no!
Wow. So where do you? I know you mentioned that you look around the world when you're sitting and you're assessing trends and you're looking at stuff, but. What are other sources, or more specific sources, of your inspiration for collections?
Well, sometimes we were actually at New York Fashion Week, and the designer wanted this custom color, and basically we didn't have anything like that, because it was a very copper metallic tone, and then we created it on the spot essentially at New York Fashion Week for this designer. And then we were looking at it, we're like, this is actually a really pretty color. And then we put it in one of our collections. So sometimes it's like that. It's an accident.
It happens. It just beautifully happens.
Yeah, totally. And, color really can do that. It can lift your mood. It can bring you into a better place if you're having a bad day. So, just trying to think about, what's going on in the world, what's trending. There's a lot of pop culture influences on our collections sometimes. So yeah, really inspiration can strike from anywhere.
Yeah. Nails and makeup and beauty, the beauty industry as a whole is a way for people to escape from
the
heaviness of what was going on, or what they couldn't do. You can escape through color. You can escape through textures and things like that, and have fun and play.
That's a really, really important point you've both made there, because we know that one of the reasons women, well, anybody goes for a manicure is because of the feeling and then the result, and the result gives a feeling. So it's a beautiful journey having a manicure, full stop. And I just love this idea that there's so much behind your collections and behind the ideas and the journey of inspiration and the study of color. This is all just, it's really nice to learn about and hear about, to be fair, guys. Thank you. So I think you should give us a typical day.
Oh, wait, that's 6. Just kidding.
Yeah, Morgan and I do a little bit of different things here in the office. So I'll go through Mindy first, and then she can fill us in on what her day looks like. But, it's just waking up early, coming into the office, checking email. Obviously, we want to, make sure we're on top of what we're doing. My responsibilities fall a little bit more in the going back to what I said about wanting to be an English teacher. Here at the office, I do specialize in a lot of our copywriting. So I do write our press releases. I help with our advertising copy, coming up with our stories, our features and benefits for our new product development, things like that. So I could be doing any of those things on a daily basis, writing a press release for our upcoming collection, that sort of a thing. And then, if we're working on colors, it's a color meeting in the lab to kind of touch and feel and get our hands dirty. And then, working with the team here, doing the process of launching a product from A to Z, from nothing to being on the shelf and existing.
Yeah, product development. That's pretty fun too, is figuring out what's coming next, or what's important, or what don't we have in our line that's gonna make it a household name. Some of my favorite things about my job is to doing the PR side of it, talking to people, figuring out what products will work for this type of story, and just getting the product out there and thinking creative ways on how we can tell our color story or tell our collection story, or you need to know about this product, or we need to, this is what's going on, so these products work perfect, or you need to know about this, and so on. It's fun. It keeps us creative in different ways, and working, PR influencers, it's so busy. It's never ending. It's never ending. Your job's never done. But it's never a quiet day, and the days are never the same.
That's very true.
How many have you got on your Morgan Taylor team? How many of you are there?
Well, we have in-house, we have our marketing team, and then we have our sales team, and then outside our office, we have our education team, and then they're able to spread it all around the world.
Yeah.
And we've actually gone with our sales team and helped done pitches and explain the products. It's actually been kind of fun.
Yeah. So here, kind of like what Morgan was saying, we have a marketing and an art team internally here. So the people who work on Gelish Morgan Taylor on the daily, it's about 3 to 4 people at any given time. Plus then we have an internal artist, videographer, those types of things when assets are needed. So yeah, we started off very one person doing everything, and been so blessed to be able to grow the team here as we've needed to and been able to expand.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know actually what we do in-house.
Right.
We literally have everything in-house, which is kind of rare these days because a lot of people will outsource, which is fine. It works for them. But yeah, we have marketing, we have art, we have videos, we have photographers, we have a whole lab, we have sales across the street, we have shipping,
right.
we have it all in-house, which makes it really nice because we're able to see the process and help, make sure it's a quality from the start to finish.
You can also be a quick responder, can't you? You can respond to all sorts when everything's at your fingertips, rather than having to go outsourcing can hold things up, can't it? So That must mean then that Morgan Taylor and Gelish really work closely. I mean, maybe we should just talk a little bit about that, because I'm guessing that the colours of Morgan Taylor and Gelish, they are the same.
They're matching.
They're matching, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
nice idea. Very nice idea. And so you work very closely with their team as well, that team as well.
Yeah, it's really a blended team when it
Yeah.
comes to Gelish and Morgan Taylor, because obviously our colors do match together. We really want to create a similar message. Obviously, Gelish has different products than Morgan Taylor does, as far as, you know, just the colors itself and different formulas. But, you know, we really, they are sister brands, so we link the brands very closely.
How many colours are you currently running on Morgan Taylor?
So we have our core lineup. That's what we call our everyday offerings.
Mhm.
And that's at this point over 200 shades. And then, like Morgan said, we launch new colors 4 times a year. So that's 6 to 12 colors 4 times a year. So roughly 24 new shades every year.
Oh.
So it is quite an undertaking.
Yeah.
That must mean then that when you look at your complete palette, that you must have a really lovely amount of reds and then a really lovely amount of greens, so that you can pretty much make anybody happy.
Right, absolutely. Trying
we
to try to appeal to everyone, and like I said, a color, a finish, a texture for everyone, absolutely. And then also, you know, when we're creating new colors, it's a matter of looking at the palette as a whole and what's missing. Are there shade gaps? Is there a color that we absolutely have to have for summer because it's going to be super on trend, or bright pink is always going to do great in the summer. So how can we tweak that a little bit? So maybe it has a shimmer this year, or it's has a yellow undertone versus a blue undertone. It's a bright versus a neon. You know, trying to kind of really find the niches for every color.
I mean, it sounds like your jobs are really good fun. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here quite jealous, thinking how much I would love to play with polish. Well, I know you don't want to play, but you know where I'm coming from. So I know that you guys, you've been around the world judging. You do a lot of nail Olympias. You're international floor judges. Fantastic. You also do gel polish judging behind the booth. You've been contributors for industry trade titles. I know you did a fantastic column in Scratch for some time. You do the fashion weeks. Now it turns out you've done them in Milan as well as New York. Crikey.
And don't forget Paris.
Yes.
Crikey.
Paris Couture.
Paris Couture.
Lots and lots going on around the Morgan Taylor nail brand. So can we finish up then by finding out what is the future? What's the future as you see it? What can we look forward to?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you know, like through the start of the brand and where we are now, I think, you know, nails aren't going anywhere. And it's such a fun, creative way, whether you're just a nail lover and whether it's your business. You know, it's such a statement. It's a feeling. It's whether you like a nude or a bright color. You know, you're putting out it's a statement to you, who you are, what you like. And it's just fun. And we want to keep bringing out the best products for the end user, for the professionals. And we are going to keep molding and growing, shifting and changing to make those things happen and have accessible products for everyone.
Yeah. The genesis of Gelish was, how do we make the nail technician's life easier? How can we make salon services easier to achieve? And that's sort of the driving idea behind our continued innovations. We are constantly thinking about how to improve the lives of nail technicians. So that's what we're going to keep doing. We are going to keep going back to the drawing board, and hopefully the industry keeps blessing us with their faith in us. And we'll keep working on products as long as nail technicians want us to, as long as they keep buying, we will keep working for them.
Brilliant. So essentially we've got years and years of great stuff to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We
Oh
have
my
great
goodness.
partnerships lined up, and yeah, we're just excited.
This is brilliant. Well, look, I've super enjoyed talking to you both today and finding out about the journey, the story behind the journey every day. It's been really fantastic. So thank you both very, very much for joining me today. Right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
For more nail stuff, don't forget to visit glossarylive.com to find inspiration, trends, step-by-steps, and news. It's all about nails.